chapter 221 release, we see that the not-so-lovey-dovey couple of Kaiser and Ness starts to break up, Snuffy and Noel Noa being subbed in, and also some more Hiori foreshadowing. So I want to analyze this chapter a bit and talk about how Hiori will be the most important person in this match and get his development in the Ubers game. There's plenty of other videos going over the chapter and reviewing it, so I kind of want to throw in my own twist and talk about the theory more than the chapter. That being said though, we do have to go over the chapter just real quick, make sure you're caught up to date and how it'll tie into my theory. First things first though, thank you guys so much for the support. At the time of this recording, I'm at 4.9k subscribers, which is literally insane. I never imagined to grow at such a fast rate. I do want to do more community stuff. I feel like comments are just not enough. So I'll be starting a Discord soon, maybe streaming some BLUELOCk stuff or new chapters, some community posts, and just throwing more of my personality in the mix. So be on the lookout for that. I'm trying so hard to be consistent, but my videos take a long time to edit, and that's why I haven't really made any chapter review videos or just like weekly chapter reviews. Props to the other YouTubers that can though, because that's actually crazy, the fact that they're able to do that. Genuinely, I don't know how they need to teach me. All right, no more delays. Let's get straight into the chapter. We start off where chapter 220 ends off with that insane bicycle kick from Kaiser and Bastard Munin taking the lead 2-1. Ness being Ness is doing the most, worshipping Kaiser like he's a god, doing laps on it, which Kaiser responds with a simple request. Kaiser then starts to break down the origin of the goal, saying how Isagi was the leading figure of it, and he pretty much just ate the leftover scraps. Kaiser doesn't want to accept the goal, but Isagi and him are competing to see who can score the most, which Kaiser then says the last goal is his. Isagi, the master manipulator, is happy that he's getting into Kaiser's head, but at the same time acknowledging his skills. Sendo and the Ubers goalkeeper end up being injured and need to be swapped out for the game, which means Gen Fukaku, the goalkeeper from Japan U20, comes in, which is not really surprising as they do need a substitute goalkeeper just in case anything ever happens to Gagamaru. Snuffy comes in for Sendo, and we see that Corona starts cramping as well, which leads to him getting subbed out for Noel Noa as the SAR system change thingy occurs. After some more dialogue, we end the chapter with Hiori leaning into his chair and analyzing the game, wanting to have fun like Isagi does, and Hiori asking him to take him with you. Alright, that's pretty much chapter 221, or the highlights of it. Pretty decent chapter. The chapters after a goal are always like this, just analyzing the play and then hyping up what comes next. Getting into the theory now though, before I truly believed that the Ubers were gonna win this game, giving Isagi and the rest of the team time to develop and improve for the PXG match, but I'm not so sure now. I still think it's 50-50, maybe even leaning more on the Uber side, but with my theory, it has Bastard Munin pretty much winning this game or taking a lot from it. For the rest of the game, I think we gotta get a lot of things highlighted. First things first is that Snuffy will take a goal or lead a goal, kind of like how Noel Noa helped Isagi against Prince, which then helped Yukimiya. This will 1, tie the game, and 2, show us the power of Snuffy. The next thing is I think Fukaku Gen will save a goal from Bastard Munin, probably from Kunigami or Isagi, which will increase his salary and make him a substitute player for the Japan U20 as a goalkeeper. Lastly, of course, Hiori coming in and maybe Igaguri. They both still need to get their salaries. Igaguri is literally a comedy relief character, so I don't think he'll get written out. I assume he'll have a laughable salary. Maybe some bigwig will find him hilarious and then throw money at him. It'd also just be kind of funny. But I do think it's a really random substitution and kind of less serious for a serious game like the Ubers. But a substitution that does make sense is of course Hiori. Midfielder, being teased for development, and also because Corona got injured, Hiori is a perfect replacement. Coming into it, I think he can either replace Noel Noa or maybe even replace Ness. I think Ness will still be playing emotionally or terribly, like he'll still try to grief Isagi and maybe that'll lead to the Ubers getting a point. Noel Noa sees that, subs Ness in for Hiori and Igaguri for himself, which again, I think it's just a meme, but it kind of makes sense. Now this is where we get into the interesting points. If Hiori is subbed in by himself, which is most likely going to happen, this theory probably won't stick too well, but if he doesn't, I think what Hiori will end up doing is actually helping Kaiser. I think Hiori will pretty much prove to be a better Ness, get Kaiser's acknowledgement, which gives us Ness development and Hiori development. Hiori being the only one to basically side with Isagi in the locker room confrontation, and then also just being the exact opposite of Ness, cool-headed, not emotional, and also having passes comparable to Itoshi Sai. I think Hiori will help Kaiser score a goal, and then Kaiser acknowledges Hiori, which is why I say that I'm not so sure about who's winning the game. This is honestly kind of a shot in the dark, but it hits some points of developing Ness, developing Hiori, and also just another twist. Alright, stick with me here. Even if Kaiser doesn't score or he doesn't turn on Isagi, I still feel like Kaiser will acknowledge Hiori, and that can work since it develops Ness. Now that's just my theory. Personally, I really like Hiori, so I wouldn't want him to join Kaiser's side, but again, he can still be acknowledged without turning on Isagi. I think Hiori and Isagi's relationship is one where you don't expect the other to turn on each other. Hiori has also helped Isagi achieve the flow for the first time, so yeah, it has its counter argument. He could easily just help Isagi and basically just be a replacement for Corona, but I don't see how that'll give him a high salary to be chosen for the Japan U20 and also chosen for the PXG game. So that's why I think he'll do something worthy of Kaiser's acknowledgement. Alright, that's my theory on what I think will happen for the rest of the Ubers game. I wanted to make this video super quick. There's probably some more evidence out there supporting my theory or just disproving it altogether. Again, everyone just kind of makes summary videos on the chapter, so I want to throw my own twist on it with a theory, but it's kind of hard to base everything off of just one chapter, so take this theory with a grain of salt. I do see some things that are bound to happen that are in this theory. For example, it'd make more sense if Igaguri got a foul this Ubers game or something like that instead of the PXG game. I genuinely don't see how he's gonna get a salary if he doesn't play in the Ubers game. I think Gen Fukaku will get his salary, otherwise they would have just left him out. Same with Igaguri and of course Hiori. If you liked the video, please hit the like and subscribe button, comment down what you think, and again, be on the lookout because I'll be interacting even more with my community. My name's Hiryo, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.